We're pleased to receive your testimony. Without objection, your full statement will be entered into the record. You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I do have a longer statement that, for the record. I'm here to talk about the importance of investment in science education, research and development, essentially Function 250 as well as related areas in education. Norm Augustine, one of the lead authors of the National Academy's report, Rising Above the Gathering Storm, said that, quote, while scientists and engineers represent only 4% of the U.S. workforce, their productivity creates jobs for 96% of the population. We're going to see increasingly the need for stimulus packages if we don't invest in basic science. We are not rising above the gathering storm, end quote. Now, there's no denying that America is losing ground in global competitiveness to countries that are making necessary investments in education and research and development. We should remind ourselves and never forget that we owe our current economic strength and our national security and our quality of life to investments of past generations, investments that the federal government and the private sector, but in many cases even that with lead from the federal government, have made in education, in research and development, and in innovation. And investment in these areas ensures that the American people will continue to benefit from the opportunities of a rapidly growing economy. These are not just words. This is an alarm. You are hearing about many important things today: housing, assistance in heating for homes of people of low means, transportation, environmental protection, and on and on. But you must take action in this area. What is the period of projections for this year's budget resolution? I suppose it'll be based on a 10-year projection. If you want to be able to fund, if we as a nation or we as a Congress want to be able to fund the work in housing, in transportation, in environmental protection, in low-income heating assistance, and on, we had better pay heed to the investment that is long overdue in research and development. The Federal Reserve announced at the beginning of February that they reduced their forecast for growth for 2008 to an anemic 1.3 to 2%, that joblessness is likely to climb 0.4% to over 5%. Science R&D is not just another interest group. If we're going to do right by our constituents, we must increase dramatically our investment in R&D and, not incidentally, take steps in the tax code and in other ways to encourage R&D in the private sector. In August of last year, the House passed into law a comprehensive competitiveness package that was known as America Competes. And it was motivated by disturbing findings of the Rising Above the Gathering Storm report, that our nation is drastically underinvesting in engineering and physical sciences. The bill authorized doubling the funding for the Department of Energy, the Office of Science in the department, for the National Science Foundation. This is not asking too much. It would be a modest response to a large problem. As I said a few moments ago, we will pass stimulus package after stimulus package in the future if we don't make these investments now. Unfortunately, the fiscal year 2008 budget fell far short of this goal. NSF received a 2.5% increase, far short of the 8 to 10% increase that was provided in the earlier versions of the appropriations bills, and DOE's Office of Science didn't fare much better. Without taking a drastically different approach, in this cycle, Congress will be delivering a devastating blow to future economic security and competitiveness.
I thank the gentleman, and thank you.